and he's described it as a complete mess. Yes, people, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. I go by Liam, and today, another Man United story. I was going to say football, but we always say football, then we say Man United, so it's a football update. Before we get into it, I do want to say if you're new here, please subscribe to the channel. I am grateful for everybody who watches these videos, but I have noticed that more people are watching who are not subscribed, so if you could subscribe, that would mean a lot. And yeah, today's update comes from David Ornstein. He's released an update on the Marcus Rashford situation, and he's described it as a complete mess. The camera was falling then, did you see? I caught it at the last minute. I think we're back. Maybe in a different angle, but it's okay. He's basically said there's no clubs close to signing Rashford at the moment. Nobody is ready. Nobody has got that advanced in terms of contracts. He's also said that Manchester United have been looking for 100% of the wages to be paid, which he quoted as around $325,000 a week, which may be why we're no closer to getting this deal done, or any deal done. Hopefully towards the closing of the window, we might see some deadline day moves coming in. Maybe Man United will look to pay some of the wages, maybe 50%, 70%, I don't know. Even if they pay 50%, at least we'll get him off the book until the end of the season, and then we'll have a whole nother problem, but we can worry about that at the end of the season. Personally, I just think the damage is done for Rashford now. I think he does need to move on, but where? That is the question, and I don't know the answer. Barcelona were interested, Dortmund were interested, then they sacked their manager. A few clubs in Italy, but then Kyle Walker moved to Milan. It's not looking good for Rashford, but also from what Amarin said, I don't see a way back for him, if I'm honest. I do also want to say as well, this week, it seems that ever since Amarin made that goalkeeper coach comparison and said he would play him before Rashford, all the ex-players and icons and legends are coming out of the woodwork. 2 days ago, we saw Rio Ferdinand, and I do want to say, these are people who have always defended Rashford, but now they seem to be gunning for him. The loyalty is gone. It's like, oh well, Amarin slated him off now, so that's given us the green light. Rio Ferdinand has basically said, if a manager said what Amarin said about him, he would call a press conference, he would kick off. Personally, I don't see it myself. I mean, if Alex Ferguson said that about anyone, you just have to accept it. You couldn't cause a press conference, which again, I think is sending a wrong message to young players. Lots of players look up to Rashford, especially the younger players. He's been at Old Trafford for 10 plus years. Imagine he did call a press conference because he wasn't happy with what the manager said about his training level. I just think that shows that you think you're bigger in the club. It's just ego driven. Personally, I wouldn't recommend anybody call a press conference. Secondly, today, Paul Scholes has come out. He's basically said that Rashford should be banished. He said he's an influence on young players, and because of how he's training, he deserves to be banished away from the first team. So again, if you're Marcus Rashford, these people have defended you in the past, you're going to be hearing that. It can't be good to hear, but all these things combined just make me think there's no way back. So where do you guys see Rashford going? What will the end game be? Where will he end up? Could he stay at Old Trafford? Is the damage done? Would Amarin listen to Scholes and get him away from the first team altogether? I guess time will tell. We've got under a week left of a transfer window. Let's see what happens. As I said at the start, if you are new here, please subscribe to the channel, drop a like on this video, maybe a comment, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.